Jason Rzucidlo reporting inside Cobo Center for the 23rd Annual Society of Automotive Analysts Automotive Outlook Conference. And stay tuned for remarks from Carlos Tavares, the Executive Vice President and Chairman of Nissan Americas.
I can't help but analyze what a challenging yet stimulating 2 years it has been for the automotive industry. If we rewind to September 2008 and the fall of Lehman Brothers, I think I can speak for everyone in this room that we couldn't have predicted the enormous storm that would blanket our industry. Globally, we have faced uneven consumer demand for automobiles, a challenging credit crisis, and the bankruptcies of 2 American domestic manufacturers. Yes, I think we can all agree that collectively we are healthier than we have been in decades. And while the future will certainly present us with tough challenges, it is, on the whole, a lot brighter than we would have imagined. Globally, total industry volume continues its growth trajectory and is projected to progress substantially in the next 10 years. Before the crisis, global TIV was a record 70 million units in 2007. Even during the crisis in 2009, it had dipped only to 64 million units. And last year, global TIV is estimated to have come in at around 72 million vehicles, the highest on record and above pre-crisis levels. For 2011, we predict a total TIV of no less than 73 million vehicles. GD Power forecasts that global TIV will top 80 million units in 2012 and 118 million by 2020, proving, as it was said this afternoon, that we are clearly the definition of a growth industry. Here in the United States, we ended up at 11.6 million cars and trucks, and for this 2011 year, we are forecasting 13 million, or an increase of approximately 12%. For some manufacturers, and I would place Nissan at the top of the list, there is opportunity and potential. Worldwide, we expect Nissan to sell 4.1 million vehicles for our fiscal year 2010, ending in March, for a global market share of 5.8%, improving from our 2009 fiscal performance of 3.5 million vehicles and 5.5% market share. Through our first half, we earned $2.3 billion in net income. Our operating profit totaled $3.7 billion, and as a percentage of total sales, it was a healthy 7.8%, in the very top levels of all automotive companies. And importantly, at the end of the first half, our net automotive debt had been entirely eliminated as we moved to a net cash position in the amount of $780 million, a significant improvement from the year-ago level. As we enter 2011, the fundamentals of our worldwide business are strong, and here in the Americas, we are making a significant contribution to Nissan's performance. I arrived to Nissan Americas in March 2009, right into the thick of the storm. To say the timing was challenging would be an understatement. From the outset, it was clear that we needed to operate with a simple vision: unite Nissan's many operations across the Western Hemisphere and build them into a single, growing and competitive Americas business unit. Today, Nissan in the Americas is a company on the move, with representation in more than 40 countries, and a manufacturing and dealership footprint that delivered a 21% increase in vehicle sales last year. To help you again understanding our size, if Nissan Americas was listed on the Fortune 500, we'd fall within the top 100 companies by revenue, somewhere among players like Delta Airlines and Coca-Cola. Globally, our revenue would place us within the top 25. This sizable company has been accelerating in every market where Nissan operates across the Americas. We have been increasing sales, growing market share, and expanding our operations. In 2010, the Nissan business grew in the United States, Mexico, and throughout our Latin American markets. Here, in the United States, Nissan Infiniti sales were up a combined 18% for a market share of 7.8%, a gain of 0.4 percentage points. Our core models, including the Versa, the Rogue, and the Altima, fueled this strong performance, along with the continued strength of our body-on-frame trucks products, such as Pathfinder and Armada. Late last year, we launched the Nissan Juke Sport crossover, which has performed well ahead of business plans since its arrival. And in December, we delivered on our commitment to bring zero-emission mobility to the mass market with the first customer deliveries of the Nissan Leaf to US consumers. Infiniti continues to be a very bright spot for us. Sales of Infiniti product alone increased 28% last year, led by the all-new Infiniti M sedan, the QX56 luxury SUV, and the continued strength of the Infiniti G line. In fact, the Infiniti brand was the #1 biggest gainer in market share amongst luxury import brands last year, outpacing luxury segment competitors including Audi, BMW, Lexus, Acura, Mercedes-Benz, and many others. In Mexico, we have put together 19 consecutive months of Nissan sales leadership with 23.1% market share in 2010. Last year alone, we widened our lead over #2 GM by nearly 2 points of market share. And in Latin America, we made impressive gains across a number of key markets such as Chile, Argentina, Colombia, and Ecuador. Combined, Nissan in the Americas improved its market share across this region to 7.2% in calendar year 2010, compared to 6.6% in the prior year. But these numbers tell only part of the story. Our all-new Innovation for All brand platform, which we launched last September here in the United States, is already paying dividends. Innovation is indeed our legitimate territory, and the Nissan Leaf is our flag. Innovation for All is helping Nissan to post significant gains, 25% and more in favorability, purchase consideration, and purchase intention from American consumers. Showroom traffic is up, and for the first time since the crisis, consumers have a better understanding of what the Nissan brand stands for. So, what's next for Nissan? First, we will continue our product line expansion and refurbishment with a number of actions in 2012. The all-new Nissan Quest will launch in the United States and Canada later this month, giving us an important foothold in the minivan segment. In February, we'll enter a completely new line of business with our NV commercial van portfolio, a fantastic product that will strike right at the heart of a segment dominated by our US domestic competitors. We believe the Nissan NV van line is the most innovative and functional commercial van in the segment, and we expect it will gain a fair portion of the 95+% share that GM and Ford hold today, each with products whose designs are 20 years old. Later in the first half, the Murano Cross Cabriolet will reach Nissan showrooms. No other manufacturer than Nissan could have envisioned such an innovative concept. In Latin America, specifically Mexico and Brazil, will bring to market an America's version of the Nissan March Micra, which we launched with much success in Japan and Europe last year. When this model launches in Brazil later this year, it will take us from competing in only 22% of the Brazilian market to more than 65%, a critical factor in supporting our goal to raise our market share in the country from 1% today to 5% by 2015. Our commitment to Brazil is unquestioned.